I remember the first time I ever got a boil, It's like a bump would have like water in it. That's typically a boil. So I remember one time, right? All the other times when I was getting whoopings, right? I don't know how it happened, but I got a boil on my butt, right? I guess because he was hitting me way too hard, right? So I remember that time, right? And I never I always couldn't sit down because it was because of the boil, right? So every time I was like going to school or something like that, I couldn't sit down because the boil was on my butt, right? So I try to like push myself to the side, right, to like sit kind of. But then it was still hurting, right? So I stand up, right, and I guess I got in more trouble because I was standing up in class, right? So I guess I got another whooping because of that. Because the teacher's like, "Oh, you're not sitting in your seat, right?" So that is how I got a whooping when I had a boil on my butt. Because how the hell boils even form? Is it because someone's hurting you? Or is it because you scrape yourself on like a rug or something like that? But ain't that like rug burn? I don't think it's like that. I think it's something other than rug burn. So yeah, then that's the time I got a boil on my butt, and I couldn't sit down in class because it was hurting. It was not on one side. It was like in the middle, like area, of my butt. And I couldn't really it was like so funny because the teachers like always think that I was like doing this on purpose, like standing up in class, right? And yeah, I guess that's how I got a boil. Let me tell you another time I got a boil, because I guess this video is gonna be most about me having a boil, right? So I remember when I was like younger, right? And I was getting I don't know how I got a boil on my foot. I think it was under my foot. Like your foot is like that, and then like the under part of your foot. Yeah, I had a boil there. I think it was on my toe. I think it was on my big toe, if I think about it. Yeah, I think it was on my big toe. It was a boil, right? So I couldn't walk. And all the times when I was like having a boil, you have to burst it, right? Or pop it, right? So the liquid can so the liquid can come out, right? So I didn't want to burst it because I thought it was gonna be painful, right? And my mom didn't want to burst it because I guess I was moving way too much. So she asked this other person to burst my bubble, burst my my boil bump for me, right? But I was squirming. I was like moving around because I thought it was gonna hurt. Got a little needle, right? And he popped it, right? And it was like leaking all over like the bed area. And I was like, what the hell is that? She's like, oh, that's the liquid from the boil, right? So she was like, for a treat, do you want to go to the shop, right? The shop to us was like the mall. If y'all even noticed that. To us, that was like, that's how we thought it would be. We could have just went to a regular mall, but we was like, let's go to the shop, right? You can walk around, walk off the boil burn. So she put me in like little slippers, right? And my toes was like standing there, right? And then the boil was on my big toes, so I couldn't like stand up too long, but they thought it would be a good idea to go to the shop to walk around, right? And so I burst it, and I couldn't just walk normally because it was hurting. After you burst the bump and then you take off the excess skin off of it, it's like an open cut, right? So they try to put like a band-aid on it, or yeah, they put a band-aid on it. And the boil was like that big, and the band-aid was like a little small band-aid, right? So it didn't cover the whole boil cut, So I was walking and I felt like the germs was like coming into my boil bump, right? Cut, right? And I was like, what the hell? Like, ain't I supposed to get a bigger, like, something to like cover like the skin, the exposed skin when it's like out there, So that's how it happened, you know. And that's the time that I got a boil twice. I guess, yeah, in middle school. Was it middle school or elementary? I think it was elementary school. I had 2 boils, you know. Yeah. Like this guy, to the notification. I'll see you later. Bye.